I was 20, one when I found out my dad couldn't read, and he'd been hiding it my whole life. Growing up, my dad helped me with everything. He showed up to every parent-teacher conference, cheered the loudest at every school event, and always asked, "How's school, kiddo?" But anytime homework involved reading, he'd say, "Your mom's better at this stuff," and change the subject. I thought he was just tired from work. He worked long hours at a factory, came home exhausted, hands covered in grease, still smiling. When I turned 21, I needed him to sign some important papers for my college. There was a section he needed to read and agree to. I slid the papers across the table. He stared at them a little too long. Then he said, "Why don't you read out loud for both of us?" I joked, "Come on, Dad, you can read this faster than me." He went quiet, really quiet. Then he said, "I never learned how." I laughed because I thought he was messing with me, but his eyes didn't look like a joke. He told me he grew up poor, started working as a kid, and dropped out of school to help his family. He learned to recognize logos, street signs, people's names on uniforms, but full sentences, books, forms, he just guessed. All those times he forgot his glasses, or said, "Read it to me, my eyes hurt." It wasn't a habit. It was a cover. I realized my dad had signed every document in his life without really knowing what it said. Job contracts, medical forms, even stuff for me, all because he was too ashamed to admit he couldn't read. So that night, I pushed my college papers aside, grabbed a kid's book from the shelf, sat down next to him, and said, "Okay, Dad, your turn to do homework with me." And we started with the alphabet. Now, when he texts me good morning, or sends me a message with no spelling mistakes, I screenshot it, because I know how hard he fought for every single letter.